Well, the Sanders campaign and its supporters certainly feeling good heading into this rally in Milford, New Hampshire. Now, only part of the precincts were reporting from Iowa when he took the stage. The walls of the Hale House in Dixville Notch are filled with the history of primaries past, and when the clock hits midnight, the town of Twelve will write a new chapter by casting the first ballots of the 2020 primaries. This is, make no mistake, a crucial night for Bernie Sanders, and his supporters all knew it. I was talking with several of them earlier. Health officials right now are working to determine this man's exposure history as well as anyone he may have been in contact with. Meanwhile, before we even learned this came in around 7 p.m., we also learned that the University of Vermont will be canceling on-campus classes next week. A state of emergency in Vermont until April 15th, but that date is flexible.
This strategy is focused on protecting our most vulnerable.
It will be easy for us to feel like we are all alone.
Along with discussing what the city of Burlington needs to do over the course of the next few weeks, Mayor Weinberger delved into the next 12 to 18 months.
The state of the city is a state of emergency.
Approximately 70 people were tested on Wednesday, and after testing was finished for the day, we got a quick demonstration on what that process looks like. All 95 of UVM's graduating nursing seniors will be getting their degree 3 weeks early, and many of them are staying here in Vermont.
When I heard that faculty and students wanted to do this and they called me and said, "Is this possible?" I said, "We will make it happen."
It's been a wonderful outpouring of community support for all of the healthcare providers.
Well, it might not have been the traditional graduation ceremony that many had anticipated several months ago here at Burlington High School, but all the same, it was appreciated and needed during these trying times. And as students walked across the sidewalk, they rang the bell to signify that they are now graduates of Burlington High School. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, the Make-A-Wish Foundation was working to grant her a simple wish.
We met Ansley back before the pandemic started. We went and visited her a couple of times and she determined what her wish was.
We bring the same amount of creativity to granting wishes that kids bring to thinking them up. We're going to be able to do things like today.
90-year-old Floyd Minor was caught off guard when a police cruiser and a fire truck blared through his quiet neighborhood on Thursday evening, but he was even more surprised by the long line of well-wishers that followed, all coming to wish the Korean War veteran and Purple Heart recipient a happy birthday.
I want to thank everybody for coming, that's for sure. I didn't expect this at all. Had more friends I thought I had.
This was the largest in what has now been 8 straight days of protests, and it comes one day after a Winooski man was arrested for allegedly carrying a rifle near the scene of the protests and lurking around protesters.
We've been repeating ourselves for so long, and it seems like there's a lot of cherry picking of what is acceptable to change.
Once you understand Black history, you understand that a lot of the things that Black communities have been asking for are not radical.
Now take a look at this video here. They held a die-in protest. The roof caved in, and that is when he had to pull firefighters out. They have been battling this thing from the outside, not going in here for the last several hours. You see them up top spraying water down where they can and trying to stop this from spreading to other nearby apartments and houses. Video obtained by Costa Rican journalist Cesar Madrigal shows authorities with the nation's Judicial Investigation Agency conducting raids at nearly 24 locations. All of those raids connected to a drug trafficking ring authorities say might be responsible for the death of Thomas Cook. Cook moved from South Burlington to Jaco, Costa Rica in the summer of 2018 and had a relationship with Yaritza Hurtado, now believed to be the girlfriend of a hitman and drug dealer. 11 seconds into his first shift on the ice for the BU Terriers, Travis Roy suffered an injury that would change his life forever, but he refused to let it be the end of his story. The relentless positivity of Travis Roy was infectious, his perseverance unwavering, and his impact on the lives of others immeasurable.
You might only get to spend an hour with Trav some days, and it was the best hour of your day. And what you didn't see is all the time and effort and commitment that he had to getting up, getting into his chair.
After almost a year of unpredictability and uncertainty, Killington and other resorts are excited to reopen again, but say they're doing so in a way that will keep people safe in the lodge and on the trails. I'm standing here near the main entrance, actually where the cafeteria is going to be here once Burlington High School students are inside. Behind me is going to be administrative offices, and many Burlingtonians probably associate this building more with holiday shopping, or maybe you came by to pick up a shirt. Either way, you probably never imagined construction crews assembling classrooms in here.
I bought a few ties here in the past, But this place is huge. From corner to corner, it's about 550 feet. The building's about 300 foot square, roughly, 275 by 295.